program out of just getting ready for the show after Rocky gets done with his Cannon Falls news. It's a scramble city to get in here and get our guests situated, and more importantly, well maybe not more importantly, but get myself situated. Because the guests are usually situated, but I'm not usually situated.
Seems like a lot of situations, Gordy.
I don't know if that makes any sense, but that was called stalling for time, so I could get myself somewhat organized. Franz Boelter is here. How are you this morning, sir?
Very good, Gordy. How about you?
I am fantastic. I know you are looking forward to a couple of events coming up this weekend.
We are, Gordy. Bethlehem Academy is excited to celebrate the spring weekend that really gets a lot of people together to have a lot of fun and enjoy the spirit of spring and enjoy coming together for a good cause, and that's to provide additional finances for the students at Bethlehem Academy and our programs and all the things that we do at BA. So at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, and these are community events. We know that the beneficiary is primarily Bethlehem Academy, although our Heroes for Hope event on Saturday morning also benefits, and this is how we got the name for the event. It benefits the Hope Center, Bruce House of Hope, and Whispers of Hope as well. We've kind of partnered with them, and we promote them, and certainly we advocate for 3 agencies that advocate for women, children, and families. But anyway, the Heroes for Hope run starts at 9 o'clock down in the Rice County Fairgrounds. The start is near the old gymnastics building, and we've typically had about 300 participants, and from what I hear, our registration is ahead of where it was last year. So I don't know what that means in terms of our total at the end, but it's a beautiful course. It runs the trail system kind of through the lower edge of downtown and back into the woods, and then coming back the other way, you go through the woods, and you're going to go on the new trail underneath the bridge on 2nd Street by the Woolen Mills, and it's just it's a great trail. The funny thing about our run is you never know for sure what the weather is going to be, and if you look at the weather for this week, this isn't a very good weather week, but there's one shining star, and that's on Saturday. Saturday is supposed to be sunny, it's supposed to be very light winds, and it should be a good day for a run or a walk, and people can walk as well. There's a 10K run, but then there's also a 5K run or walk, and a lot of people just walk the 5K. It's a 3.1 mile walk or run. And then we also have a 1 mile walk for people who just don't want to tackle the longer distances. They can just walk for a mile. And anybody of any age, maybe you've even got just a limited time commitment that day, but you still want to participate, come on down and walk for 15 minutes and enjoy that event. And then we also have a free kids fun run. And people who have not registered yet, you can do one of 2 things. You can either register on site at the headquarters in that old gymnastics building, which is called the Blue Room down there, or you can still register online if you go to finalstretch.com. Final Stretch is our organization that does the race for us. They organize the race for us. Mark Bongers is the president of Final Stretch, and he does a great job. But if you go to finalstretch.com and then you click on races, and then you click on runs, and then you click on Heroes for Hope, and then just do the registration. You can do it online too. So the registration is open until midnight on Friday, and as far as the online registration, but like I say, if people want to just register at the event, registration opens at 7:30 in the morning.
At the Rice County Fairgrounds.
At the Rice County Fairgrounds, and we're looking forward to just a really beautiful, bright day and another fun event for Heroes for Hope.
All right, sounds fantastic. We have more details. Boy, they got a lot of things going on. It's a Western theme this year, and I love what it says here on the poster, always drink upstream from the herd.
And now we're talking about Babs.
We're going to talk about that. When AM Minnnesota coming in today, I know you're a busy person, right?
You
Especially
bet.
when we're talking a few days away from the events.
We are all hopping, that's for sure. We're getting ready. Babs Night is going to be a fun Western theme this year. Now again, it was 4 years ago. We're going to have a shooting gallery, and we're going to have steer roping, and there's always the live auction is always lively. It starts at 7:30 sharp. We also have bucket raffles, $5 bucket raffles that'll be going on. So those who want to just take their chance at raffles, we have lots of interesting things available in the raffle.
Yeah, meat one too, I see.
Yes, definitely a meat raffle too.
Yeah, the meat raffle was really popular
Well,
last
they're always
year, Gordy.
popular,
Yeah, they're crazy. And you know, you get done with one and boom, they jump right into the next one, and it's a great deal too. You know, if you buy the raffle ticket and you win, you get every bit of what you pay for that little raffle ticket. So there's a lot of winners and a lot of good stuff to be had.
Yeah, a lot of good food, I'm sure too, which is obviously one of my favorite things.
Yeah. One of the other interesting raffles, Gordy, is, and I'm not a hunter, but we have just an outstanding item. It's a Browning shotgun. It's a $1,500 value.
12 gauge.
It's a 12 gauge, 28 inch 12 gauge, and we're only selling 250 raffle tickets. Most of them have been sold already, but if anybody wants, and they're $20 a ticket, if anybody still wants a raffle ticket, I have some and other committee members have some, but just contact the school, contact me, and we still have tickets available, and any that aren't sold will still be available that night. But it's a great item. I don't, like I said, I'm not a hunter, but everybody tells me that this is just a beautiful gun.
This is the gun that the sheriff used to arrest James and younger
James,
gang.
I think it's the exact same gun, Gordy. Well, maybe not. Maybe
Just
not.
kidding. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool if it was.
Yeah. And then also with our normal cash raffle, we will have winners of $5,000, $3,000, $1,000, $500, $300, $100, and $50. And those drawings will take place that night. But if you buy raffle tickets, you don't need to be present to win. We'll have your name and your contact information. But that's always kind of a big item that takes place that night, in addition to our live auction.
And on the live auction, we've got several exciting items. We have a big Sky Country Vacation 7-day condo package that sleeps 8. There's also a Babs themed mystery purse that's filled with minimum value of $300 worth of things from various businesses around Faribault. An 8-foot pool table. Something else that has a lot of sentimental value for us, our shop class. Mr. Halverson, he spied a sleigh on his family's farm last summer and decided to, a one-horse sleigh, to resurrect it. It was all dilapidated, and one of our seniors in his shop class, Bo Reavers, has put in over 200 hours, I should say, sorry,
Wow.
restoring this sleigh from the ground up. I mean, it was just leftover pieces of hardware. Also, we have to give a big thank you to Rod Gramsey of MRG, because he put in about $1,700 worth of hardware to restore this too. So it's beautifully restored now, out of oak and clear coated and ready for the auction.
It's an awesome item, Gordy. It's just beautiful. I can't wait for people to see it. I want to go back to the pool table too, Gordy. That's a custom-made pool table by local pool aficionado, Tim Tanjum. It's custom made. You can pick the color of the felt. It has about a $2,000 value. He makes just beautiful, beautiful pool tables. So if someone's looking for just a really first-class pool table, this is an opportunity to get it.
I did not know he did that.
Yep.
Other things that are available too, there's Timberwolves tickets and Twins tickets. There's just several items. There's 6 bottles of wine from one of our alums. It has a winery in Lebanon, and so these are bottles of wine that are shipped from Lebanon. And then there's a bed and breakfast in Hudson with Wilson Madison Bed and Breakfast, night stay, as far as and $75 gift certificate to the depot. So.
Yeah, and that's offered by Tanya Dunn. Tanya has purchased that bed and breakfast. She's done just a beautiful job. I mean, if you even drive by the house, it's very, very impressive. And then Tanya also is the manager down at the depot, so she's throwing in the depot gift certificate as well. That's going to be a great item. People can have a lot of fun with that one.
And also, there's a Masters flag that's signed by, I didn't quite.
Yeah, last year's Masters champion Jordan Spieth has signed a Masters flag that we have, and Steve Cole has a connection on that. And the connection is Mark Dusbabic, former great Faribault athlete and Minnesota Viking and so on. Mark and Steve are very good friends, and so we were able to get a hold of that. Masters flags, we've been able to do this a few times. Get a Masters flag signed by the previous year champion, and we'll see if Jordan Spieth can get off to a good start tomorrow and repeat as the champion.
Well, it kind of helps, you know, Mark's an official.
He is an official for the PGA.
So when he asks one of the golfers to sign something, I'm sure they are more than willing to sign it.
I would certainly think so. I would think so. Yeah.
When the official asks you.
He's got a nice job. We'd all, you know, that'd be just terrible, wouldn't it, to have to go around to all these golf events in beautiful parts of the United States and where the weather is always nice and bright and sunny and so on. I think Mark's got a good job.
Yeah. Well, the travel would get old though after a while, wouldn't it?
I would imagine, like any other job, there's parts of it that would get old, but otherwise kind of a fun job.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying I'd turn it down either.
I'm guessing that you wouldn't.
Gordy, something else that is kind of new and exciting about Babs Night, being that this is a fundraiser to provide fundraising for the financial aid for the students of Bethlehem Academy. This year, the BA school musical is Calamity Jane. And anyway, the kids are going to be performing some entertainment at 7 o'clock. For 15 minutes, they will be performing some of the numbers from Calamity Jane. So that gives the people a chance to see the students in action too for a short bit. So.
Yeah. When is the play? Do you know?
The play is April 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
She had it right here.
I do, dear. Anyway, they are going to be doing advanced ticket sales that night too, so you can purchase tickets for the play that night, and it's $8 for adults and $4 for students and seniors. So.
I see you got some kind of a burger basket thing Friday for that too, right?
That's actually for post-prom party.
For a post-prom party.
Yep, that's
Right.
for post-prom.
So lots of things going on.
I know.
Lots of things going on. You know, before too long, we'll be talking about the Smart Ride too, and there actually is a flyer in the Babs booklet explaining the Smart Ride and showing just how you can sign up for it and so on. But we've increased ridership quite a bit over the last few years, and it is just a blast with it.
It is a fantastic event. Last year was my first year too, and I really had a fun time.
You did, huh?
Yes, I did.
You'd suggest it.
I would. It would.
Franz has been trying to hoodwink me into doing this ever since they started, I think.
Well, and you know, you've told me about how far you bike and how regularly you bike. This would be a very manageable event for you, and you would have, well, number one, you'd be a great teammate. You'd fit in so well, and you'd have a great time. It's a challenge. There's no doubt about it. That's why it's called the Smart Challenge Ride. But anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit at Babs as well.
But that's another fundraiser for.
It is another fundraiser. You know, that one is strictly a fundraiser for financial assistance. That all the money raised by the Smart Ride goes for financial assistance. This event, in fact, these two events this weekend, they don't go toward financial aid, but what they do is they allow us to keep our tuition as low as possible, because that money goes into operating expenses, and certainly we all know the challenges of trying to keep a school afloat, whether you're a public school or a private school. We're always challenged financially, and we can't raise taxes at Bethlehem Academy. But we have so many people that are willing to support it. And I think, you know, the thing that I like about Faribault, Gordy, is we've got so many different educational opportunities in town.
Yep.
And everything doesn't fit for everybody. You know, the people need a different fit. They're looking for different things in their education. And I like the way that our schools support each other. You know, I think that you see our kids interact so much. You go to a sporting events at the high school, you'll see all kinds of BA kids there. Vice versa. They play together in our cooperative sports programs. And there might have been a time where there was maybe some hard feelings in that direction. I think those times are gone, Gordy. I think that there's just a great cooperative spirit here in Faribault, and we all try to support each other in as many ways as possible.
Yep, and this is always a fun event. One of my favorite things over the years of Babs Night was when, I don't know how many years ago you started this. Let's say you needed a new air conditioning unit in the band room or something. I'm just throwing out something here. And you would ask for people to donate toward that specifically on the night. I just think it's awesome. The hands all go up and you pay for all this.
Yeah, the Fund a Need program is phenomenal. We have a great auctioneer, Glenn Flattable from Flattable Auctioneering, came on board with us. This will be his 3rd year with us, and he assured me when we talked the other day, he said, Franz, as long as you'll have me back, I'll be back. He said, we have 9 events on your weekend, on your day, and he said, I will come back to Bethlehem Academy every time as long as you will have me, because he said it's just such a great feeling here and such a great community. He said, I love the cause and so on. But Glenn, he is so enthusiastic. He gets people so involved. And Gordy, in 15 to 20 minutes, and you've seen it.
Oh yeah.
We raised $65,000 to $70,000 last year, and it actually it's kind of an emotional 15 to 20 minutes to see that happen, and to see the generosity of people, and it's contagious. I mean, you want to pitch in, you want to help with it. And we're so grateful to all of our many donors and supporters at whatever level they come in. I had a friend in advancement who was at the collegiate level, and he said, Franz, he said, the thing I always tout is this phrase: small doses repeated often make a huge difference. And so it doesn't make any difference what size the donation is. You know, we tell people, you know, come and spend often, and so on and so forth. But we also tell them, you know, if you've never done this and you don't have a lot of money to spend, you can get a meal for like $7. You can get a great meal, and you can come and watch and be part of the atmosphere and so on. And if you can't spend your own money, watch other people and watch the things that they do. It's really inspiring. So for anybody, if you've never done it, you should come and do it and experience it, because it's a great night. It's a really, really fun night.
Yeah, that Fun to Need is just exceptional. You gonna do that again this year?
We'll do it again, absolutely.
What's
And
the need this year?
well, it's taking care of a variety of things where we almost can't cover it here.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah, the things that it's done. I mean, it bought us a new roof for $109,000, new boiler, hot water heating system, all kinds of stuff for the kitchen, a handicap ramp, stuff for the band room, you know, just on and on and on. And it's things that we couldn't do without that Fund to Need program.
And Franz, you spoke about having them come down for a meal. This year it's going to be barbecue pork sandwiches and smoked shredded beef sandwiches, western baked beans, and pasta ranch salad, and cowboy cupcakes. And there's even a vegetarian option, so those who don't want to have meat, there's going to be a vegetarian option too available. So.
And you're having a chili contest, I see.
Yeah, all right from the old chuck wagon, partner.
Yeah.
You make chili?
I can make chili, but usually my wife makes the chili as well as everything else that we eat. So chili's good, and there's so many different kinds of chili, you know, and so the chili contest is going to be fun.
Yeah. So everybody gets to taste the chili? Is that how that works?
We usually have just a few select judges that taste it, as far as I know. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's still a fun part of the night.
Yes, it is.
Part of the night.
The live auction. You have a silent auction this year?
We actually discontinued the silent auction last year, Gordy. It was very labor intensive, and you ended up really with a lot of things that didn't sell and so on. So we replaced it with, and we've done this years ago, a bucket raffle. And there are about 17 items on the bucket raffle. Great deals. And what you do is you buy bucket raffle tickets, and you can stick a ticket in whatever item it is that you would hope to get. Some examples of the bucket raffle items this year: there's an iPad, there's a beautiful leather handbag, there's wine for two, there's a wine for two basket, woolen mill blankets, wooden welcome sign that's made by the industrial arts people. There's pottery, there's a meat package, there's Twins tickets, there's a gift card, $200 gift card, many great things in that bucket raffle. So.
Well, and Franz, I'm sorry, the wooden welcome sign I wanted to point out to you. That is, like you said, is crafted by our shop students, and they got to use the new CNC machine that's in the shop. And
awesome.
And it's going to be, it can be personalized. They have a sample of, but if you win that sign, then you get to have your family's name personalized on it, and it's done with our new CNC machine.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, Renee, because I did. In fact, maybe you and I were talking, and somebody brought it up. It's beautiful, and then what that machine can do in terms of ingraining into wood and the designs and letters and so on and so forth. it's a fantastic thing. But you'll love the sign, and to be able to hang that outside your door would be pretty neat.
Wow, fantastic. And Franz Boelter and Renee Thompson are with us, and we're talking all about Babs Night and Heroes for Hope. Both events are on Saturday. A lot of people go to both, don't they? Virtually everyone goes to both.
Yeah, we do have a lot of people who go to both, Gordy, because of the number of volunteers that are needed, and all of you that are listening that can volunteer. We still need volunteers because both events require a lot of help. But we decided 2 years ago to try it on separate weekends, one weekend after the other, and that just didn't work out as well because people that come from out of town, they're not going to come 2 weekends in a row.
Right.
And so we put it last year. We put it back to the same day, and it just seems to work out way better that way. So yeah, we do have a lot of people that run in the morning or walk in the morning, and then they're at Babs at night.
Unfortunately, for the second straight year, I will not be able to make it because last year I was in Italy.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Gordy, it's not quite the same without you.
Yeah, I'm
but
sure.
we really appreciate your support. You've supported it as well, and you've been very generous in terms of doing that, and we appreciate that too.
Yeah.
And Gordy, we do have though a gift for you today because
Wow.
since you won't be here, when you do run the Heroes for Hope run, you get a really nice jersey that goes with it.
That
And
is nice.
this year's jersey is a beautiful, vibrant purple.
Yeah.
Purple,
lavender, whatever color
purple,
you
and
want to call it.
well, it's purple.
Okay.
It's not
And
lavender, Franz.
yeah,
It's purple.
You're the arts person,
Oh,
and you know
But-
your colors better than I do.
Just a little bit of history about the logo for the Heroes for Babs. It's got teal, purple, and red in it, and red is for BA, and teal and purple are for the domestic abuse colors,
Okay.
and so that represents the Hope Centers. So this year we went with purple, one of the colors for domestic abuse, and again to bring awareness for these agencies, and hopefully for a healthy community across the board. So here you go, Gordy.
Well, thank you.
I think the other thing we want to do, Gordy, we have a lot of sponsors
sure.
for our event, and we want to give special recognition to our 4 presenting sponsors, and they're all on multiple years of sponsoring this event. Donahue's Greenhouses, Faribault Rent and Save, State Bank of Faribault, and the Crossroads Professional Building are our 4 presenting sponsors, and then we have many sponsors at a lower level. But without those sponsors, this event can't take place, and so we ask all the people that attend the event to also patronize our sponsors' businesses as well. So
Just showing it off to the YouTube camera.
very good.
What do you think, Gordy?
Wow, very nice. I like that.
Yeah, they're very nice T-shirts. I wear them all the time, and in fact, I get an extra just because they're so comfortable,
I think
and
I
they're an
only have
attractive shirt.
I think I have a couple of long sleeve T-shirts too, so it'll be nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those early morning rides,
Exactly.
use the long sleeves.
Yeah, long
Yep.
sleeves. Sometimes you throw a T-shirt over it, depending what the temperature is. And in fact, on our smart ride, a lot of times in the morning, I'll start with a long sleeve T-shirt on, and then as the day warms up, you just get into something a little bit less.
You
And
need to be 21 or older to go to Babs, right?
Yes, you do. Yes.
Yeah.
Because there is alcohol available.
There is, and so yeah, you have to be 21 or older for the Babs event, but the morning Heroes for Hope run is for anybody any age.
You're gonna be actually roping live steers?
No. We've just got some hay bales with some cattle heads, but
Okay.
I've been practicing my lassoing skills, so we'll.
Oh, you have?
Yes, I have.
Renee is the teacher. If you want to learn how to throw a lasso and to lasso a steer, Renee's going to show you how to do it.
You guys should put that up on YouTube.
Okay.
It'd be hilarious.
It
Yes,
would,
we would.
well, it would be hilarious, especially if I tried, Gordy.
Well, and my daughter's
It might
been,
go viral,
my daughter's been practicing for Calamity Jane too, and she was lassoing some of her cast members the other night, and she was getting that on YouTube too. So yes.
Oh, really? How was that going?
It was going good. I think it's going to be a really fun performance. So.
I'll have to take that in, Calamity Jane.
It's going to be great. I'm lucky, Gordy. I'm right next to the choir room, so I hear the choir rehearsal, I hear the play rehearsal. Those kids just do a fantastic job. This one's really going to be fun.
So make sure you take in both of those events if you can, or pick one, but it'd be nice if we went to both this Saturday.
This Saturday.
And again, registration is what time?
Registration starts, if you've not registered, you can come and register for the Heroes for Hope run beginning at 7:30 until 8:45, and then the first group of runners for the 10K go out at 9 o'clock.
And that's at the Rice County Fairgrounds.
Rice County Fairgrounds. and it starts in the old gymnastics building.
And if
That's
you're
where you register.
If you're a marathoner and like to have timed runs, this is a timed run.
This is a timed run, yeah. Everybody will have the ankle bracelet, and they'll collect the bracelets as you cross the finish line.
And people usually, the serious runners that do come, they like to come to this event. It's a nice early jump start to their
Sure.
running season. You know,
Yeah, we haven't had great running weather up to this point, other than a general lack of snow. So the real serious runners have been out, but this will be one of the early days that we get to run in the sun.
And the course?
The course is great.
There aren't a lot of hills.
There are not a lot of hills, absolutely not. It's a generally flat course, and a lot of it is through the woods on a beautiful trail.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
Awesome. So make sure you come on out, folks. It all benefits of Bethlehem Academy and the Hope Center.
The Hope Center and Roots House of Hope and Whispers of Hope. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, we're looking forward to a good turnout. You're going to have to deal with a little bit of chilliness in the morning, but it's not going to be windy or wet chilliness. It'll be chilliness that will get warmer as the day goes on.
Yeah, last year I was in Italy. This year I'll be in Iowa.
kind of the same thing. You're staying with those I places.
Yeah.
Italy,
My
Iowa.
uncle turns 90 years old. They're having a big birthday bash for him, and I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Well, that must mean you have some pretty good genes
Oh,
already.
yeah.
And you're just getting started.
I'll be here. I'll get there someday. All right, that concludes today's edition of AM.